I'd like to show you how to use this online interactive lab that discusses kind of the differences between ionic and molecular compounds. So what you need to do is obviously get on, you're going to be on your Chromebook, your computer, you're going to access this link from the workspace. And what it's going to do is it's going to take you to Learn Alberta. And what I want to do here is just kind of take you through a few things. First of all, what you need to do is, you need to pick under English, okay? And what's going to happen is it might ask you to sign in. Now, if that happens, each school should have a password for Learn Alberta. So I'm hoping that you can access that from your teacher. But nonetheless, what you want to do is you get to this page right here. So you may or may not need a password. So it's learnalberta.ca. And what you want to do is you want to go one of the most simple ways. I just went here under keywords and I typed in conductivity. Okay, so conductivity, and hit search. And what happens is what you're looking for, it's on the right-hand side. If you scroll down, you want to go to ionic and molecular compounds. This is where you want to go, right here. So click on that, and it will open up another tab. Now, what's going to happen, at least on my device, it wants me to enable Flash Player. So I'm going to click that right there. Whoops, sorry, and hit allow. And it's going to load the lab. Now, there's two things you need to do. Number one, there's kind of a lesson part to this and then an experiment part to this. So right now, as you can see, it's underneath show. You want to have that. And what's going to happen is you want to go through this lesson. So it starts here, you hit the next button. And then right now what you can see is there's some writing on the left-hand side. And then right here you can see a play button. And you want to click that, okay? So you click that and you let it go through, and it's going to progress and show you things. And then once it goes through this, I'm just going to advance it here for the sake of this. Oh, maybe I can't, sorry. What we want to do is once it ends up playing what you can see right there, we're going to click this button. So I guess I'll just pretend it was done. So you click like that, and then you hit play again, and it's going to tell you, make sure you read and watch what's happening. And what's going to happen, it's going to go through some of the basics, the differences between ionic and molecular compounds. And you're going to continue in this fashion, so on, so on, and so on and so forth. And keep hitting the button. And eventually what's going to happen is you'll get to the end of this section, okay? And if I hit play right here, you'll notice that I have nothing else after this. So what do I do now? If I have nothing else there, now what you're going to do is go to periodic table and start the process again. Make sure that you're paying attention to what's happening and you're learning, because this is going to be a recap of some of the things that we've already gone through. Once you've progressed through each one of these cards down here, it will be time to go to explore. So again, this will tell you some information. It'll tell you about the content. It will also tell you about the lab that's upcoming. So when you've gone through each of these cards, introduction, periodic table, state, solubility, conductivity, then what you want to do is you want to switch and hit explore, okay? And this now takes you through the lab. And the lab now, where you're going to do is actually look at the differences between ionic and molecular compounds in regards to solubility and conductivity. And what you're going to do basically is you're going to come over here kind of to the top left. You're going to click on, let's say, candle wax. I double click on that. And what happens is you actually take, you take your tweezers here and you pick it up and you're going to place it inside like that. And then it's going to be stirred in, okay? And it may or may not disappear. The other thing you want to do is you want to check the conductivity. So to complete the circuit, you have to click right here. And then you'll kind of notice if there was a change in the reading right here. So as you know, this was candle wax. So what you do is you go into your data table. And so under candle wax, you can pick some things that you've seen. So solid, liquid, or gas at room temperature, well, it was a solid. And I'll let you fill these in. At the very bottom, what you'll do is you'll click in each of these based on your findings, and you'll click, was it ionic or molecular? And then you'll check to see if you were right. So again, this is a combination of a lesson. It's also an online experiment where I hope at the very end, you know very clearly the differences between ionic and molecular compounds. Best of luck.